Hello from Jihad and the World, a podcast that explores the connection between Western and Islamic cultures. The author is Mark Silinsky of Kensington Security Consulting, where we bring education to national security. Today, we begin the second in a series of podcasts focused on the terrorist killing in San Bernardino, in which a husband and wife pair of Islamists murdered 13 health inspectors in 2015. The series of podcasts is called The Killing Floor: Mass Murder in San Bernardino. The story of San Bernardino is connected to the history of the American West. In 1810, Franciscan missionary Father Dumetz named the area around the mountains and the nearby lower desert San Bernardino. Spaniards built a mission to convert the locals to Christianity and to develop farming. As the town grew in the late 19th century, so did its need for rugged, hardworking men. This led to the Earp Brothers of Tombstone fame settling in San Bernardino to farm and take part in the town's affairs. The town started to thrive. John Steinbeck's classic novel, The Grapes of Wrath, popularized the term Mother Road for Route 66. Today, there is a Route 66 museum. In the post-war era, Americans flocked to California, and many built new lives in San Bernardino. Richard and Maurice Mac McDonald opened a hamburger restaurant in 1940 on the southwest corner of 14th and E Streets near San Bernardino High School. It did brisk business and grew into the world's largest restaurant chain. Since 1998, the site has been home to the original McDonald's Museum, dedicated to preserving the McDonald's legacy. By the mid-1970s, mafia families faced rival street gangs that were encroaching on their markets. The new gangs started breaking the Italian code of ethics by shooting women, children, and police. Today, Latin gangs operate in the county. In 2010, the FBI reported that San Bernardino ranked 34th in overall crime among the nation's 30,000 cities. A former resident said, "I think I would take my car and not walk," in the city of San Bernardino. There are too many drive-by shootings in that town. It is gang-infested. I moved the hell out after I got carjacked by 3 gang members. Drugs are widespread, and there is a slang of code words related to trafficking. For example, a taco is a gram of heroin, while an enchilada is an ounce. The FBI considers San Bernardino a safe haven for gang members. Its sputtering economy became a target of sarcasm. Mayor Tom Miner snickered in confusion. "Why does San Bernardino have more homicides than larger cities? I guess we have meaner people in San Bernardino." Police joined in the mordant humor with a fundraising T-shirt campaign. The shirt featured 2 vultures sitting on the San Bernardino city limits sign, with the word population crossed out and replaced with diminishing. At one point, San Bernardino was the murder capital of the U.S. On a less satirical note, one resident explained, "San Bernardino is home to many who have been beat up by life. Others don't realize that they soon will be hitting rock bottom." Many of those who died in December 2015 were part of San Bernardino's small group of county health inspectors. County residents enjoy safe water, uncontaminated food, and food prepared safely, along with dining facilities free of pests like vermin and cockroaches, largely because public health inspectors serve as their advocates. Many San Bernardino's health inspectors grew up in Southern California, and some attended the local state university, California State University, San Bernardino, and took degrees in health sciences. The coursework required to become a health inspector is rigorous and anchored in science. Some inspectors, such as Robert C. Adams, graduated with a degree in public health education. Others take courses similar to those of students preparing for medicine or dentistry. Yvette A. Velasco, Juan C. Espinoza, and Michael R. Wetzel graduated with degrees in biology. Other inspectors took degrees in chemistry or environmental engineering. Little United Nations in San Bernardino. No talking politics. No interoffice drama. Amanda Adair, referring to the harmonious atmosphere in the health inspector's office. San Bernardino's health inspectors come from all over America and the world. One health department supervisor sometimes referred to her band of inspectors as a little United Nations. They come from Colombia, Eritrea, India, Iran, Mexico, Vietnam, and other distant places around the world. The potpourri of ethnicities, religions, and political opinions can bring disputes. No talking politics, no inter-office drama, were the implicit office rules. Nonetheless, there were political flare-ups, and co-workers noticed the tension between two inspectors, Nicholas Thalasinos and Saeed Farouk. Nicholas Thalasinos was active in his Messianic church, where he served as a shamashim, or deacon. A prolific commentator on social media and an ardent supporter of Israel and Jews, his Facebook account featured a Star of David. He was also a social conservative and avid fan of Rush Limbaugh. Fellow parishioners described Thalasinos as a big, gentle man of faith. His widow would recall, "My husband was very outspoken about ISIS and all of these radicalized Muslims." Farouk, a devout Muslim, despised Israel, and he would pledge open support for ISIS and serve its cause. On December 2nd, both Zionist and anti-Zionist would die by gunfire. Little United Nations in San Bernardino. No talking politics, no interoffice drama, Amanda Adair, referring to the harmonious atmosphere in the health inspector's office. San Bernardino's health inspectors come from all over America and the world. One health department supervisor sometimes referred to her band of inspectors as a little United Nations. They come from Colombia, Eritrea, India, Iran, Mexico, Vietnam, and other distant places around the world. The potpourri of ethnicities, religions, and political opinions can bring disputes. No talking politics, no interoffice drama, were the implicit office rules. Nonetheless, there were political flare-ups, and co-workers noticed the tension between two inspectors, Nicholas Thalasinos and Saeed Farouk. Nicholas Thalasinos was active in his Messianic church, where he served as a shamashim, or deacon, a prolific commentator on social media and an ardent supporter of Israel and Jews. His Facebook account featured a Star of David. He was also a social conservative and avid fan of Rush Limbaugh. Fellow parishioners described Thalasinos as a big, gentle man of faith. His widow would recall, "My husband was very outspoken about ISIS and all of these radicalized Muslims." Farouk, a devout Muslim, despised Israel, and he would pledge open support for ISIS and serve its cause. On December 2nd, both Zionist and anti-Zionist would die by gunfire. Coming to the Gate City. The Health Inspection Office welcomes men and women from diverse social and educational backgrounds. Rough-hewn, burly men and intellectual social scientists work together as environmental health specialists. Big, brawny Shannon Johnson had mementos of his childhood tattooed on his skin. He had pictures of his first wife, both grandfathers, and his father, who died in a grain silo accident in Georgia when Johnson was a boy. He also had tattoos of the Virgin Mary and Vivian Leigh, who played Scarlett O'Hara. He planned to add another to his collection. This would be of his girlfriend, Mandy. A recent hire, the more refined and scholarly Harry Bowman, was a welcome if eclectic fit in the office. With a doctorate in statistics, he had a promising future as a social scientist in the office. This national merit scholar helped develop the Center for Risk Analysis of Terrorism Events at the University of Southern California. He, like many of his office mates, was a man of faith. He was a Renaissance man who devoured comic books, history, and Disney films. Blacks are well represented among San Bernardino's health inspectors, several of whom died in December 2015. At 26, Aurora Godoy was the youngest victim. Facebook captured her beaming smile as she hugged her infant son and her male love interest. Sierra Claiborne was a vibrant member of the office. On the day of her death, she was slated to receive a prestigious award for stellar service. Generations older, Inspector Isaac Amanios was 60 when he fell, leaving a wife and 3 adult children. In the next episode, we continue to offer brief biographies on those who were murdered, and the husband and wife team did the killing on the killing floor. Thank you for listening to this episode of Jihad and the World. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. If you have any information on this killing, please contact us. Our latest book, Cauldron of Terror: Hamas, Israel, and the World, will be available for purchase in July 2026. This podcast does not reflect the official position of the United States government. Until next time, goodbye from Kensington Security Consulting.